Hi, I'm at SUPERBOOTH17 with Rockon here, and we're going to take a look at the ELEKTRON Digitakt. The Digitakt is an 8-voice sampler that you can load in your drum sounds or your synths or any other sounds that you want through the USB port, or you can actually sample from the two inputs. You can sample into the machine, save it onto your memory inside, and then make use of your samples via the Elektron sequencer. So here I've got some sounds loaded up. So there's some few samples I've loaded up here. As you can see, we've got a really nice screen now. It's an OLED display, very responsive, and it shows me exactly where I want to play in the sample. So it's not just a fancy display, it actually enhances the workflow of the machine. So each of the tracks offers you a sample playback page where you have, for example, bit reduction, or you have each of the tracks offers you a digital filter. It's a multi-mode filter. This is the low pass, and you have an envelope as well. So let's make this quite beefy now. Yeah, that's nice. And then maybe we could add some overdrive. So each of the tracks offers you a digital overdrive as well. Yeah, that's nice. Then each of the tracks offers you an LFO as well. So you got a lot of settings, pages to edit. You also have a trig page where you can assign trig conditions. For example, each of the steps doesn't need to play. You can have a percentage of playing. You have a note value. So you can play all your samples chromatically. This is very handy to do, so you can record into the sequencer. So let's make use of the sequencer now. Let's go on to this sound. Turn chromatic on, and let's try to find a bass line out of this. So as you can hear, it turns into like a synthesizer when you have loaded these sounds in it, because you have an awesome filter as well as an awesome overdrive to complement the sound. Okay, so we've got a nice sound, and this is the sequencer here. It's an 8x8, 16 steps. You can have up to 64 steps also. So let's put some few steps in here. And each of the notes can have a totally different settings of all the pages that I've been showing you. For example, here I can have, let's say, a different note. Let's do +3. And here I want to have maybe this, yeah. And now let's go to the kick track. Let's just put a 4/4 kick maybe. What's really cool is that because of the parameter locking of our sequencer, I can assign different samples per step. So let's hold 3 steps here, but I want to change these samples here. And then change the filter. Yeah. And maybe I can add reverb to this. And let's go to the hi-hat track and put some hi-hats in. And our parameters can be recorded into the sequencer real time. So I can enable real-time record and I guess record into the sequencer. I can do more edits. And maybe add some overdrive to it as well. And we need some snare. And with our trig conditions, I can assign like 19% chance of triggering this step. There you go, it got triggered now. Let's try here. And what you can do by holding the track button and manipulating your encoders, you can affect all the tracks at the same time to make some crazy sounds. So let's try that. Let's do the filtering for everything. Maybe add some reverb now. And maybe let's change the tuning. just ELEKTRON Digitakt, and it should be available on Rock On very soon. So check it out. Thank you very much.